Okay, got camp broke down. Hope you can hear. Excuse me. Hope you can hear me because I got the air conditioner on wide open. It is 7:15 in the morning and it's already. I mean, you can cut this air with a knife. It's already horrible. But we're not going to waste today. We're going to do something. So I've packed up camp. And pretty sure, no, I haven't left nothing behind. I'm just gonna go find something to do. I don't really know what I am gonna do. I'm distracted because I see something over there. I think it was a bird flying by. But anyway, as hot and miserable as it is, I don't think I'm gonna do nothing real crazy. There is a little short trail. I believe that's what I'm gonna do. Go to this little trail I know. It goes around a little small kind of a lake out here. I'd say it's short. It's like 2.4 miles or something like that. It ain't real bad. I mean, yeah, we go hike around it, get a little exercise. I know it's gonna be miserable, maybe soaked in sweat, but you know, you can't lay around forever, folks. So we're gonna go do that and try to enjoy the day. All right, see you here in a little bit. Go head out of here. If I can splash through this big mud hole in front of me. Well, not splash, it's just a really deep hole. And we're not too far. This campsite here, I've used it a bunch of times. Well, this year I haven't been here a lot. I think this is only my third time this year, but only because it's so far from town. You know, this area I stay in, my home base. I kind of come out here on the weekends, but during the week I don't use it. It's just too far to go. But it's not that far off of the main road, blacktop. This hill, the camera doesn't do it justice. This hill is straight up. I mean, I think I already heard something in the back fall. I must have left something sitting on the counter. This is a steep hill. Now you can, which I don't know if you folks will ever be in this area, but you can bring a car up and down this hill. The road is usually really good shape, maintained, but we've had tons of rain every single day, so it's a little bit washed out right now. But you could still bring a car in here. I've brought my little Yoda back here. Now coming out, if it's a front wheel drive vehicle, coming out, it, you know, old front tires will slip a little bit, scratch a little gravel, but it, you know, you don't have no trouble. I've done it a million times. But once you get back up the hill, it ain't bad. See that little drive right there? Now I know some of y'all, or most of y'all, probably won't even remember it. We did a motorcycle camp right there. That was last year. Last summer I brought the motorcycle out here and did some tent camping there. I was going to go down by the water where we was just at, but I believe somebody had like a travel trailer or something in there. Yeah, it was a travel trailer, because I couldn't figure out how in the world they got the thing in there. You know, how they got turned around, unless they turned around right there in that drive and then back down the hill. But anywho, I love my van. I'm so glad to be back in it. Now, anybody who lives this lifestyle, or who has lived this lifestyle, I know you understand the emotional roller coaster that comes along with it. But for you folks who's never done the van thing or lived in the RV or whatever, you know, I don't expect you to understand that. Yes, it has its challenges. Yes, there's some days that just flat out suck, but I just can't describe the freedom that comes with it. You're not attached to nothing. You have nothing holding you down. And what I mean by that is material things. Now, you might have other attachments like family or friends or long lost love or whatever, but I'm talking about material things. You're not tied down by anything, because what you need to be comfortable in life, you've got right here behind you. You know, right behind your driver's seat. And you can move and go anywhere you want, anytime you want. You can live in the mountains, you can live on a beach, you can go make the desert your front yard. It's the freedom is indescribable. But again, I will stress, you know, them old YouTube channels, them old videos, they try to make it look like it's just heaven on earth and paradise. Well, you know, some days it is, but I like to keep it real and be truthful about it. It's not easy, folks. It's not an easy life. You got to really, really enjoy it. What I mean by that is be adventurous. You got to really enjoy the outdoors. You can't, you know, you can't be attached to a bunch of material things, so to speak. And there is days, like I said, I've said 100 times, there's days that just flat out suck. There's days that is no fun whatsoever, but your rewards you get out of it makes it all worthwhile. But anyway, while we was yapping, we made it back to the paved forestry road, and from here I'll make sure nobody flies over that hill. I've almost been hit a couple times right here. But from right here we got about a mile, maybe a mile and a quarter till we get. Oh, you hear all that mud? I'm slinging mud all over my van. But here you have about 1.25 miles till you get back to the actual main state highway. So this spot is really not that far off the beaten path. It's one of them spots that, like I always say, the locals know about it. The locals use it. But most of the out-of-towners or the tourist people or the ones who's just visiting for their little 2-week vacation, they don't know nothing about it. So it's a pretty easy spot to get. Occasionally on the weekends, you know, the little party crowd or the teenagers will be there, but most every time, I'd say 9 out of 10 times I've come out here, it's been available. But wham bam Bob's your uncle, we're back out to the main state highway, so that's, you know, it's right on the road, just like I say. All right, so we're back on the state road, the main road. I'm gonna shut this old camera off because we got quite a few minute drive. I'd say about a 30-minute drive to get to where the spot I want to go to. So, and yeah, and it all looks like this. I mean, it's beautiful. You see a lot of deer and animals. You know, it's scenic, but it's not something you want to sit here and record for 30 minutes. It's this. It's green trees and white lines. So I'm gonna shut this thing off. When we get to the spot I'm going to, I'll bring you back. All right, folks, we had a little change of plans. First, let me say you're going to have to forgive me, the camera's fogging up. It is so humid out here. But anywho, there was a change of plans. It's clouded up like it's going to cotton pick and rain again. And I ran through a little, I wouldn't call it a rain, but it kind of sprinkled on me a little ago. Here, let me try to wipe this lens. Anyway, so I think we're going to do just a little bit of sightseeing. This is a spot I like to come to. Let me see if I can. It's called Cedar Pond. And there's just little hangout spots. You can't camp here. Man, the camera's already fogged up again. But they call it Cedar Pond because it has cedar and there's a pond. But it's pretty quiet. You usually see a lot of critters here early morning, late afternoon. Pretty decent little place to hang out, you know, if you just want to spend a couple hours somewhere, especially if you own a motorcycle. Because the main road's right there. So if you want a long ride, hot ride on a motorcycle through here, it's a good little spot to stop. Hang out for a little bit. No RVs, no tent camping. Although, not recently, but a few years ago, I did a motorcycle camp back there in that corner. Went down and around through there. Before everybody yells at me, there's never technically been camping allowed here. But these, like people hiking, there's a trail back in these woods. But people hiking, sometimes motorcycles, if you went way off in the backside, put a tent up, they never really would bother you. But then, like always, people started abusing it, leaving trash everywhere, you know, all that stuff. So they're pretty strict on it now. They catch you camping over here, they will burn you up. Anywho, I just want to show you this little spot. We're gonna go just right down the road here and look at something else. All right, decided we're gonna go for a hike anyway. So I think I'm gonna hike to Tennessee. Here we go. Whew, I'm wore out. That's a long way. Anyway, we're at this Tennessee-Kentucky state line. That's Kentucky's sign. That's Tennessee's sign. Of course, everybody's got their stickers all over it. I don't see any I recognize. I recognize this mosquito flying around my ear, though. Hit and Run Jeff. I think I've actually watched that YouTube channel one time, I think. Oh my goodness. Mosquitoes are tearing me up. Oh, let me pause this real quick. Then we'll go look at Kentucky sign. All right, we're crossed over the road. Now we're we're technically in Tennessee. Here's something I don't understand. Here's Kentucky. Sign saying you're going into Kentucky. That one says you're going into Tennessee. Maybe the state line angles, I don't know. Yeah, and this guy right here, he's a joke. He has ruined our state. But we're not gonna get into politics on this one. But I will tell you this, anybody who lives in Kentucky, well, not anybody, about 60% of the people tell you that name right there has ruined our state. Took away all of our tourism, killing our state parks. Anywho, enough of that. Let's look at some stickers. And it actually looks like the same ones. They must have just stuck one on both signs. True that. Somebody put some googly eyes on the sign. Redneck Rosie's Treats. Stevenson's Journey. I don't know how old these are. Some of them look pretty weathered, like they've been here a while, but anywho, all right, let's move along. I think it's gonna rain all day today. The weather said it's supposed to be sunny and pretty, but I just felt another raindrop on me. It's cloudy and gloomy looking and muggy. My cameras are fogging up. But anyway, I got one spot down here I want to go look at. There's a cemetery I just recently found. Well, I haven't found, just seen the sign for it. I'm gonna go check it out because it has my last name. All right, I pulled over here on this little side road because we're gonna attempt to go down through there and find this place. And yes, that's my last name, so you can go ahead and harass me on the internet. I don't care. Most of y'all know my name anyway. Now, I know I'm not kin to any folks out here, but I just want to see if I can go find it. You know, see who these people was. So that's your mission. We're going to head up this little road here. I'm going to do a little research, see how far it is. Maybe I can find it on a map. And we're going to check it out. Alright, I've been traveling down this road quite a while. I haven't seen nothing yet. I'm going to go a little bit further. Now I got out and walked this. That's just water. There's a gravel base under, so I think we're going to be alright. I'm going to go a little bit further. If I don't see it, we may have to abort on this. Because I don't want to get stuck back here. Nobody will come back here and get you. We'll have to get ourselves out. So let's go a little bit further, see if we can find it. Alright, we're going to have to abort this mission. Went down this trail about another 10 minutes. Got this tree that's falling. I can probably squeeze around that side and get under it, but then we got a tree across the road. So maybe when it cools off, the weather gets a little nicer, maybe we'll come out here and camp and try to walk and find it. I would like to see that old cemetery, see, you know, who the people was. I might have been kin to them, I don't know. But unfortunately, we're going to have to back this thing all the way back out of here. So let me put this camera down and start working on that. All right, I found a spot. I was able to do a 36-point turn and get turned around. So we're back to this big mud hole. It's really not a mud hole, it's well, people went around this curve, you know, probably doing 50 mile an hour and kind of wallered it out. It's still a good gravel base, or I wouldn't have never went through it. I don't treat my old van like that. Pretty deep though. Pretty deep. Man, we're way back in here. Well, not really as far as it seems. We're just having to go so slow that it's taken quite a while to get where we're at. Side note, that sign you're seeing there, that's a trail. And we done passed the other part, but the other part's right here behind us. That's called the North-South Trail that runs the full length of LBL, north to south. I did it probably, oh cool, Look at all them orange mushrooms. Squirrel. I did it probably, I don't know, I had the blue van, so it's probably 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago I did it. It took me, I can't remember, it's been so long. I want to say it took me 3 days. 3 days and a night or something like that. I don't want to say hike the full length. I pretty much just walked it, slow, little steady pace. Because there's a lot of up and down hills, and I mean steep hills. Your legs have got to be in shape for that. I couldn't do it now. I mean, I could exercise a little bit and get back in shape, but at this very moment, I couldn't do it. Them hills would kill me. There's another one of them orange mushrooms. Camera kind of makes it look yellow, but it's a bright orange. They're all over. I don't know if you see up by that tree. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Is it something I would do again? I don't know. As I'm getting older, my flavor's changing. But I enjoyed that time I did it. Backpacking with a tent and carrying a stove. You got to carry a lot of dry food. What I mean by a lot of dry food is I carried rice. I don't know, I had a whole stack of them little tuna packets. Because there's no, that trail is 100, no, wait a minute, wait, let me back up. That's the full length. That trail is 56 miles long, I think, or 46, don't quote me on that. You can probably look it up. We'll just go with 46, I think it's longer than that, but we'll go, I know the total round trip is 107 miles, if you go north-south, south-north. But anyway, no food, no stores, no houses. I think there's 3 spots you can get water. Or there's 2 I know, because you got the north entrance and south entrance. You can get your water there. You got to carry everything you need, and you got to be very disciplined on how much you use and how much you eat. I carried tons of dry food. I did my research and talked to people who's done it. And kind of, used their ideals and their experiences. I had no trouble. That last night, I was eating, I think I had 1 tuna packet left and a little scoop of rice that made about 4 bites. But, it was the last night. But the point is, I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Again, I'll say it's not something I would do again. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't do it again, but it's not something on my list to do again. But I'm glad I did it. So anyway, we're going to continue to try to crawl out of here, not get stuck. I'm going to shut the old camera off because I'd say we're in here about 4 miles, 5 miles, give or take. I'm just guessing on that. I didn't look at my speedometer when we come out here. But because it's such a crawl, it seemed like it is taking forever. But I'm going to crawl my way back out of here, and I'll see you when we get to the main road. All right, I come out to, I don't know what you call this. I come out to a spot to where I'm gonna fix me something to eat for breakfast. Here, let me just turn you around real quick. You have to forgive the camera view if it fogs up. I've done wiped it 15 times. It's looking foggy again. Hang on, let me wipe it off. Excuse me, I'm trying, folks. It's so humid out here. But I've come to this spot here. I haven't been here before. It's been a while. But my goal for today is, since our last little excursion didn't work out, I'm gonna hop back here, fix me something for breakfast. It's only 8:30. I've been out pretty early this morning. Probably fix me an egg sandwich or something like that. Something quick. And then we're going to walk this trail. Holy cow, my screen is so fogged up. Guys, you don't know how humid it is today. But we're going to walk this trail right here. The old honker. Hang on. Let me wipe this thing again. I'm trying, folks. I'm doing the best I can. I think that's a little better. But we're going to take this honker. That name just cracks me up. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing. We're right here. we're gonna walk across this, which is, it's that right there. We're probably gonna walk across over here to this little peninsula, whatever you call it. Might go up in here a little bit, I don't know, but we're not gonna do the full length. I'm trying to see the distance. Honker Trail, 4.6 miles. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just see how we feel. We're definitely going over here though. So let me jump back here in the old hoopty. Fix me a sandwich real quick. Probably fry me up an egg, like I said, and then we'll get started on this little walk we've been talking about. I'm fat and lazy. Can you see it down through there? That's where we're gonna be going. Might see a bear, snake, a goat. I don't know. Might see something. It's pretty though. It is pretty. I can't hardly breathe there, so thick. Quit your crying, you big baby. All right, let's get back here and make a sandwich. All right, I decided not to cook anything. Here comes the wind. I ain't got my microphone on, so the wind might be a little bad. But yeah, I decided not to cook anything. I'm not really that hungry. We'll wait and make us a good lunch. We're gonna head down this trail. What is that? Oh, it's a bird. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but all I can see was a big old head sticking out of the water. Like his whole body's underwater, it's just his head's up. All right, little fella. Anywho, see what we can see on this island over here. This area is usually pretty busy. Well, it is a little early in the morning. There'll be some folks show up before we leave, I guarantee you that. Yeah, this is usually a pretty popular spot. Folks are walking. Now this trail goes up through there, that little peninsula, goes all around this area. I don't know if we're gonna do that. More than likely not. We may walk some of it, but I doubt we'll do all of it. And it was looking like rain this morning. And then, well, actually it did sprinkle on me a little bit on our last little stop. Looking for that old cemetery. And now it's still hazy out, but now the sun's shining, so that's always good. I'm looking for snakes because I guarantee you there'll be one on this trail. But anyway, I'm gonna pause this old camera. This is pretty much what it's gonna look like for several minutes till I get over there. And when I get over there, if I see something kind of interesting, I'll bring you back. All right, we made it across the, whatever you call that. They call it Honker Dam. Oh, I don't know if I'm just childish or if that's just funny. Anyway, we've come to the Fat Man's Revenge. I'm too old and fat for this. All right, here we go. We're gonna go up these stairs. And this, I can't show you on this camera how steep it is. I'm actually leaning forward. Can I show you? No, it don't show up on camera, but this hill's so steep, I actually got to lean forward. Whew. Whose idea was this? Trying to act like you 20-year-old, young, full of energy. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we're here now, so we're going to do it. Tell you what, it's nice and cool in these woods, though. What is this? Some kind of geological marker. Ooh. Between this hot, humid air, me being fat, and that big old hill, I am dying. Now we gotta go down this side. Excuse me. But you know what that means? That means we'll have to come back up this sucker. Okie dokie. Oh man, let's walk through the spider web. But we've done about half of it. Honestly, to be truthful, a little bit under half. Probably got in about a mile and 3/4. But we're heading back the direction we came. So now we gotta go up these stairs, up that big hill. At least the other side's going down. These ain't too bad. The other ones was like straight up. This old fat boy didn't enjoy that at all. This could be a good camping spot. Tent camping. I could actually get a motorcycle out here. I don't think you're allowed to do that though. But anyway, I'm soaking wet, sweating. I stink. It's hot. I'm hungry. So I think I'm gonna head back to the van, do a quick cleanup, fix me something to eat, and probably just hang out here for most of the day. I'm not gonna stay here tonight, but I think I'm just gonna hang out here today. So right now I got it to myself. It's nice and peaceful. Nobody's ripping and raring up and down the road, screaming, hollering, carrying on. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So let me make my way back out of here, back to the van, and I'll see you when I get there. I forgot to mention, folks, we made it back to the van. I was going to hang out here, but what I figured would happen has happened. A huge group. I didn't want to record them. Anyway, a huge group had showed up, and there had to be 40 people. Oh yeah, honker damn. But anyway, yeah, they look like a kind of a camping outing, like like a youth camp or something. They got their little inflatables and their kayaks and splishing and splashing in the water, which is fine. I don't want to sound like an old grumpy old man there. Get off my lawn! But you know, yeah, it's very active around here right now. So I'm gonna let them have it, let them do their thing, and I'm gonna, well, I say let them have it. This is public. Anybody can be here. But you know, I think you understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna let them do their thing. They're swimming, having fun, kids being kids, and you know, I don't want to be the weird old guy in the van, so I'm gonna go find another spot to hang out for a little bit. I think I'm gonna go up here to the old farm. It's called Imperial Farm. Definitely no camping there, but it's kind of a bird watching area. I might go up there and hang out for a minute and I don't know, fix me something to eat or something. I don't know. But we'll get there and we'll make plans what we're going to do. So I'll see you here in a minute. All right, I think I'm going to do this little trail right here, and this is going to be our big shebang for the end of the day. But we're parked right here, and it's just a simple small trail. It does a loop-de-loop. We've actually been on this one before. I don't know if you guys remember. It was back in the early, was it fall of last year or the beginning of winter this year? I don't know. But remember, we was on it and the little deer, you know, seeing the little deer looking at us and whatnot. But we're gonna check it out again. Oh man, mosquitoes are horrible. I use this trail a lot. Well, I haven't here recently because I've been laid up on my neck in the cabin, but I use this trail a lot because it's not very popular. A lot of folks don't use it because it ain't over by the lake. Come on, boy, the mosquitoes are insane out there here. But anyway, just for a nice shaded walk, not busy, kind of have it to yourself type deal. It's a pretty good trail. Hot as it is, we probably won't see no deer because they're going to be bedded down. Well, they could be back here, shady as it is. More than likely, we won't see any. The mosquitoes are vicious. Holy cow! They are just, full force World War III on the side of my head right now. All right, I'm gonna walk this trail a little bit. When we get further towards the back, I'll bring you back. All right, we made it towards the back where the little loop is. We came in on that trail, and now we're on the loop. We got to get going, folks. We got to stay moving. The mosquitoes are insane. There's no way I can show them to you, but they're just, whew. I am not joking, man. They are vicious. This old swampy water, I guess, right here. Holy moly. We gotta get this one done and get going. I was hoping to see some critters, but if you stop just for a split second, they are on you. Man, it'll make you move. It'll make you burn some calories because you swinging and batting and trying to outrun them suckers. I was hoping to see an eagle or, ow, man, just got bit on the neck. We're gone, folks. We are gone. Ain't got time for this mess. I'm not even looking for snakes. I'm just getting out of dodge. They are biting me through my pant legs. Help! Mayday, mayday. Son. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be dramatic, but I'm not. This is unreal. I've never been in a situation like this. Let's get out of here. Holy smokes. You almost got to be in a full sprint just to keep them off of you. If you stop for a split second, they are just, oh man, I see a deer and I kind of want to go sit at that table and watch, but there's no way whatsoever. I see what the problem is now. We're in a low-lying area, and this is all, you can't really see it on camera. Oh, can't stop. That's all swampy. How do them folks in Louisiana bayous live out in that swampy water? They are some tough suckers, man. There ain't no way I could do it. And to top it off, I got this black fly trying to eat my eyeball. I'm gonna start shooting up some flares. Hopefully the rescue team comes after me. Let's get going. I'm gonna pause this camera. I'm getting out of here. This is horrible. This is not fun whatsoever. I'll be back when I get to the van. Okay, I made it back to the van. Got one on me now. That was ridiculous. That was insane. I've never ever been abused by mosquitoes like that. Now I've had them, I got one in here now. I had them before, 10 or 15 flying around my head or whatever. Never counted them, of course, but that was that was insane. There had to be a million of them. It was like it was raining. They were just sitting there hitting my face. And then that black fly was just, he got me right here. He was trying to land in my eye. That was, I wish I could catch some little bugs on camera. There's no way to describe how bad that was. I am done with that place for the summer. Anyway, it is, wow, the day's flying by. When you get out and do stuff, the day goes by quick. But it is 11:41. I think what I'm going to do, because this, I've been saying it forever, but it's so miserable and humid, and I'm soaking wet and sweat. Just that little jog I did. Since it's midday, I think I'm gonna go find a place to camp for the night. I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna go find a place to park up for the night, and I'm gonna take it easy the rest of the day. I'm satisfied with what I did today. I got out early. I don't remember the exact time. I think I got out by 6 o'clock or something like that. And I spent the biggest part of the day that's out just messing around, not really doing nothing spectacular, but messing around. So I'm satisfied with that. But I'm parked over here by one of the old iron ore furnaces right there. It dates way back to 1800s. I've showed you that real good one, the one that looks, immaculate, like it was just built. This one here, not so much. I think in this area, I can't remember, at one time I think there was 9 or 8 of them iron ore furnaces. This used to be a high production, iron ore production area, and then it fizzled out. A lot of the guys went bankrupt. I wonder where they all been. Bunches of them. Look at me, I got a shiny shine. But anyway, yeah, the child in me's coming out. But a lot of them went bankrupt, and I think only 1 or 2 was able to survive to the very end. But this one here, now I know nothing about it. I'm just going to base it off what I've read on that little sign over there. This one here was one of the fellas or families or whoever that kind of went bankrupt, just couldn't get no traction, make any money with the deal. So this one's been set and abandoned for years. I mean, I'm talking about since the early 1900s. Yeah, it folded under and never got used again. But they're still protecting it. It's part of the history of the area. So, anywho, I'm gonna go find a place to park up for the night. I think I got an idea. I'm gonna use one of my regular spots, And I'm definitely gonna get the AC going and probably cook some late lunch because I haven't eaten yet. I didn't eat this morning and I didn't eat lunch. I just haven't really been that hungry. It's so hot. But I think that's the plan. So I'll see you when I get to wherever I park at. Well, I made it to where I'm going to camp. This is going to be home for the night. Nice and shady. Excuse me. I promise I got better manners than that. But it's nice and shady. Out of the sun. I'm still probably going to, well, I know I am, not probably, I am going to turn that air conditioner on, and this is where I'm just going to chill for the rest of the day. I want to thank everybody for spending the morning with me. I had fun. I know it's very simple things, just going to little trails and whatnot and pilling around, but I enjoy that kind of stuff. So I'm glad I got out, even though it was hot and miserable. I'm glad I got out and did it. I had a good time. But it's time to shut her down, folks. Fix me something to eat, hang out in a nice cool air. Them mosquitoes was biting me all on that last trail, and now I'm itching all over. Yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I want to say hello to all my friends, my subscribers, family, anybody that's stopping by. Appreciate you coming around and hanging around and enjoying this crazy thing we call life. So, anywho, I think that's going to be it. Get out there and enjoy life. Until I see you guys next time, God bless you.